Yo, we is back. That like button. Hit the like button. Yo, 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 yo. Man, why this yo? Man, Baltimore called, man. Now it's starting to get shared all over Instagram. Tell y'all what's going on. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention, yo. They got a formula. Before I get to Ralo and the sellout competition between DJ Academics and Charlamagne. Hold up. Man, we watching it happen we watching it happen right before our eyes. Man. What's up, Mage? Another one. So, first Baltimore call was all over YouTube. Now I'm saying them all over Instagram from these wild ass pages. Oh man, I got up early today, y'all. Let me go at 6. I said, oh shit. Say, man, let me go home, hop in the shower, fuck with the good people. You know? But look, so he got niggas in the comments, DC and Baltimore beefing. Trying to bring back the DC versus Baltimore shit.
Thought the DC guys were funny style guys, largely homosexual. They listen to go-go.
Come on, bro. What you doing, man? Like, yo, that is like a wild ass take. Yo, Baltimore got respect for DC. Baltimore got respect for DC, man. Why you on here trying to push some old bullshit? Even when Baltimore and DC was going back and forth, it was always still a respect thing. He come out, yeah, always thought DC niggas was funny style guys, and like we still haven't figured out who the fuck you is yet, for you to even have an opinion on anything. Nobody even know this nigga, man. I go get my computer charged. Hold up. It hasn't been a block. It hasn't been a block that claimed this nigga yet. And you talking about you thought funny style. Nigga, we think you funny style, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? your your so-called hometown. Think you funny style. So how the fuck is you speaking on what you thought of DC? And they must don't know, yo. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work in Baltimore, man. You know what I mean? They gonna find out. He gonna go to all them other platforms, spreading a whole bunch of rhetoric, claiming Baltimore, but he ain't gonna get no respect in Baltimore at all. The niggas don't know you, bro. And we do not appreciate you going on all these fucking platforms lying and shit. All these so-called... Not one person yet has vouched from any of these hoods. As a matter of fact, I probably had at least one person from every hood say they never seen him before. You know what I mean? I probably had at least one person from every hood say, yo, I don't know, yo. I asked around. Niggas don't know, yo. Nobody knows this guy. But God, to be speaking on DC. We're gonna get to Ralo and the rest of the battle of the sellouts. I love watching the battle of the sellouts, man. It's refreshing to see two guys beef over who sold out the most. Like, yo, that is like, yeah, we live in a rare territory. I'm gonna say this, cause we gonna need this when we talk about Ralo.
Yo, I'm to my boy, listen here.
Let's look at this dude, man. It's like somebody feeding them questions. Who is even sitting down with to ask him about Baltimore and DC?
We always thought the DC guys were funny style guys, largely homosexual. They listen to go. We ain't really into go. We listen to club music. DC
The
guys can hoop and they can fight
up,
too.
Shit,
You know. So that's not.
You don't even know where the DC and Baltimore beef even... Hey, where you at? Do you even know where that shit even started from? I'm sure he don't. I'm sure he don't.
I get that misconstrued, like not saying they were suckers, because I always heard like from my big homies that was in the system with DC guys, like the DC boys can box, and that was just a perception, you know. And they said words that we didn't say, like young, slim, you know, just certain words like gump, like you know, like certain words that like weren't familiar to us, you know, mo, you know, stuff like that. Like we don't say that in Baltimore, you know. But
All right,
I know
thanks,
people
y'all.
get
Appreciate it,
very good.
2000. That's crazy. Ain't nobody say we blurry. 2000 just came in and say we blurry. Nobody else even... We good now, y'all? Yo, he don't have the authority to speak on that. If a nigga, if you ask a Baltimore nigga about DC on a public platform, nigga ain't gonna say that, bro. Nigga's not gonna say that. You can go into how I used to be back in the day. You feel me? Everybody know what's going on with them in the joint. But as it stands right now, we got a good relationship with DC. You feel me? What the fuck you want to bring that? Why you want to bring bad blood back into the mix? It's pointless. Yeah, y'all, some good dudes down in DC, and they solid. And they solid.
Guys from DC though, but that was just my perception growing up because only time the closest like we would get to DC would probably be like it used to be a spot that we used to go get our cut from, not far from DC,
Here you go.
and like that'd be probably about as close as we're getting.
Here
And
you go. Yo, why the fuck is you going all the way to DC to get cut? Here you go lying again. Making up shit. That nigga said they would go to a spot not too far from DC to get cut. Is you serious? Ain't no way he's serious, man. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no how. You ride all the way to DC to get some motherfucking cut. Man, that bad crazy, man.
like we'll never go hang out in DC or nothing like that. But I definitely believe number one, Baltimore needs DC and DC needs Baltimore. We always start the DC guys with funny style guys, large.
Yeah, yo, that was just a side note. Yeah, man, because I seen that shit when I was ready to go live. Like, yo, this goofball ass nigga, now he all over fucking Instagram. I don't even know what this platform is. They running this man through all the channels. So look, they really trying to paint this narrative out. Look at this. Raw uncut stories. And they got what's the comment on there? Niggas that really been through it. Then they throw yo in the mix. They really try and paint yo out to be some type of big time drug dealer, y'all. Like this shit is fucking crazy. This shit is wild. What's up, Edward? But I ain't want to spend too much time on y'all. I'm just saying, pay attention to what's going on, yo. They literally creating these people right in front of our face, man. Creating these people right in front of our face. Yo, but when is Atlanta going to apologize to Ralo, y'all? Real. Because even though Ralo was a rat, because he is a rat, I'm starting to understand his frustration with Atlanta. Because they got a habit of picking and choosing. You feel me? Like, how is it that Gucci gets a pass, but Ralo don't? That shit don't even add up. All these guys, influencers, rappers from Atlanta, that been asked about Gucci Mane and his telling, all had some type of excuse. We watched it a couple days ago. But when you ask these same dudes about Ralo a rat. Like, nah, yo, we ain't doing that to Ralo, man. Yo, Ralo, at least his story is true. Man, for real, Gunner too. Yeah, yo. All the previous rats before Gucci is older an apology, yo. Straight up, yo. I don't like it. I think that's fucked up, yo. The ostracized Gunna and Ralo, but make excuses for Gucci when it's documented in paperwork. See, with Ralo's situation is unique, you know, because he ain't have to do that. You understand? Ralo put himself. What's up, Sunshine? Ralo put himself in a fucked up situation, and I don't think he know what to do to get out of it. So he just made a bad move that ended up getting people in trouble. Gucci Mane told, Ralo told too, because niggas got in trouble. But Gucci Mane sat down with the police and gave them a detailed statement. Detailed statement. All the information that's coming out of that room where they held that meeting in the back room is coming from Gucci. Because the rest of the 30 passing the Drake and Pooh Shiesty put the Drake on Gucci. All of that shit is coming from him, yo, because he the only one that can testify to that. You know, because he was the only one back there. But all these people is giving that man a pass. But Ralo's a rat. And niggas don't fuck with Ralo. Appreciate it, bro. But Ralo, from what we know, really lived the life that he say. I don't know about all that other shit. But as far as the drug dealing and the making this man, man, he really lived it. So how he don't get a pass, y'all? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that, y'all. And see, that's why the internet believes that the streets is so watered down, or the black community is so watered down and don't stand on nothing. Because you got Atlanta basically showing that I told you I cut family members off, friends. Like you go sour and we was cool, yo. We is no longer cool, yo. And that goes for everybody. You heard me? Everybody. Because I had to take my charge. You know, I couldn't tell on nobody. So what the fuck? Why are the rules different from you for you? Time you said different level of snitching. One business, one street. They turned bad because his choice was business, which made him a rat, but not by sticking to the code, product of his environment. Free shot. Yeah, yo. Yeah, and what's it called? Shit was all street, and he made a bad move. Ralo, that is, made a bad move, got people in trouble, and niggas don't fuck with Ralo. His own day one homeboys cut him off. The whole rat industry in Atlanta turned their back on him. But every time the question get asked to Big Bank, to OJ the Juice Man, to Alley Boy, to any of these guys that did interview, I don't even think because of this Gucci situation, I don't think we're gonna see no little baby interviews. No, I think Atlanta rappers are done interviewing. Straight up. Yo, hey yo, I guarantee you, yo, we not gonna see no more Atlanta rappers do interviews because of Gucci told. And they don't want to answer the question. You heard me? It was business. I pull it back up. I just showed it a couple days ago. But yeah, yo, ain't no Young Thug interviews coming out in the near future, y'all. No Young Thugs, no little babies. All we getting is Ralo. You feel me? Ralo, the only nigga from Atlanta doing interviews. Straight up. Hold on. Here, go right here.
Yes, consider the whole Gucci man. I know that's your man, okay. And Pooh Shiesty thing, and then you caught up in something that could be possibly mistaken identity, and you possibly know who it is. Would you be considered a snitch if you told the person who could possibly got you caught up in all of this? And what's the rules for the street and the snitching thing?
As far as in the street, man, I mean, the street's gonna be the street, man. They gonna like you, they gonna love you, they gonna hate you. So no matter how it come, especially in that Gucci situation, I mean, I done been raw a couple of times. Like,
what's the best way to play this? Because you know what I'm saying, we had Meech on the show a few days ago, and Meech was like, you gotta just silence the situation. You really can't go to the police about it. You can't call the police. And I understand that. In Gucci situation, when you're talking about somebody saying you got 1.3, 1.4, however much it is, 1 point anything million in value, the jury's been robbed for it. And you're not just out here in the streets. You have earned your way.
And pay taxes.
Pay taxes, pay money for this. So you don't just chop it up. You don't chalk it up as a loss like in the streets.
okay,
Somebody robbed me for a brick. I can't go report it. It's my jewelry. It's $1 million plus. How do I? It's
especially
insured.
if I got insurance on it.
I can't go to the insurance company without it. So let's not even talk about the jury part of it. Just the concept of
not calling the police.
Somebody robbed me, you putting you in that situation, forcing you to sign some paperwork. How? Because the streets don't get it. How you supposed to handle this?
I mean, once it went that route, you can't handle it nothing but corporate. Like, that paperwork, null and void. Dude signed it under the wrist. Uh, I mean, like say Gucci invested $2 million in him. Hey man, give me $5 million. You know what I'm saying? I want my investment back, and you gotta get a little profit off of it. So if guy that was offering you $15 million, give me the 5, walk away with 10. I would let you out your paperwork. I know I got 2.5 in.
That's what I kept saying.
So I mean,
I'm like,
keep it all the
that
way.
man
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
get his
saying?
money back.
But at the same time, it ain't back in the day. Suge Knight or Big Red. Hey, my office hours are. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that no more.
911.
You can't play it that way.
Yes, considering the whole Gucci man and this
Yeah,
young
he
man
made an
and
excuse.
Pooh Shiesty thing,
Ain't
and
none of
then
them
you caught
boys,
up in
ain't none of
something
them
that could be
boys,
possibly mistaken identity.
ain't none of them boys come out blatantly and say, yo, Gucci told. None of them. They all making excuses for this shit. But if I type in Lil Baby calls Ralo a rat, Young Thug calls Ralo a rat, it's gonna be all over the place. Look, niggas say Ralo ain't even from Atlanta. Yeah, we finna start calling y'all fake OGs. Look, the young boys even tired of it in Atlanta. They sick of it. They sick of it, man. Look, that shit real, man. And like I said, at least Rilo really lived it. I mean, for what we know, the Gucci Mane story, the Pookie Loke story wasn't legitimate. So that man been riding a fake wave his whole motherfucking career. Riding a fake wave. Oh, look at Alley Boy. Hit that like button, y'all. Start to the channel if you new. Look at Alley Boy. Duct tape gang.
He a rat or whatever. If we gonna be on some street shit and woo woo, motherfuckers shouldn't have done this and done that, woo woo. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be saying that shit out my mouth. Talking about he a rat.
Look. Why? Why, yo? That's all I want to know, Alley Boy. Why you not gonna say it out your mouth? I'm sure you called other niggas rats. What makes Gucci different? I don't understand that. What makes Gucci different? And it's in paperwork. Ain't like niggas speculating. It's in paperwork. Multiple pages of paperwork. But he don't want to call him a rat though.
Cause I don't feel like he no red ass nigga. I don't feel like that. I'm sorry. The situation motherfucker saying it fucked up with her. What people say? They say they don't know about the paperwork. I try to think like this. Like put yourself in the motherfucker's shoe. What you gonna do? You gonna crash out and lose your life trying to get or whatever, or you'll handle it in a different way. Well, fuck these niggas. Give a damn, they burn in hell. They talk like he wrong for them going to jail, but why should he care about them going to jail if y'all didn't kill him by putting no pistol in my face and robbing me? Hey, it's the streets when it's the streets. This industry shit, this some contract shit, some artist label shit. Why y'all didn't take?
It's a million ways that Gucci could have handled that situation, y'all. Million ways, y'all. All this fucking loud. Hey, close this door. Where them bills at? Hey, y'all coming out here? Come on. Oh, let me put these doors in the cave. Nico, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, Gucci could have handled that situation so many different ways, and he ain't had to crash out the door. Yeah, I remember. That boy used to be in Baltimore. He ain't had to crash out the door, y'all. Yo, you talking about Pooh Shiesty He could have not done nothing and just took it as an L. Yeah, he could have not done nothing, took it as an L, looked at it as karma, or he could have waited years. And shit, I don't even know if Pooh Shiesty would have been home for years. You understand what I'm saying? He could have waited him out. Pooh Shiesty fuck around was gonna end up going back to prison anyway, or he could have waited some years and knocked him off. Cause I'm sure Pooh Shiesty got other beef in Memphis, and he'd have walked away clean. It's a million things he could have did without going to the police, man. Nah, yo, no, yo. Gucci put himself in that situation, yo. That's where Gucci went wrong at. Gucci went wrong because his problem was, let me tell you what his problem was, bro. It should have always been business. It should have always been business. You can't just make it business when you want to make it business. You understand what I'm saying? That's how fucking lines get crossed. You understand? So on one end, he treating Shiesty like we're a team. Like you my little brother, like I'm your big homie, like whatever you need, I got you. And then on the other end, it's just business. Gucci went wrong by mixing his personal relationship with his business relationship. That's why he got robbed. That's why he got robbed. Because if you rocking with me on a personal level, if I'm signed to you, right? I don't think you should have went to the police under those circumstances. But if I'm signed to you, right? And we hanging together every day. We smoking together. We partying together. We together. We getting money together too. Right? Now, I'm signed to you. But we're moving like we're friends. So then I come to you like, bro, I'm trying to get out that contract. And you be like, nah, yo, that's business. Yo, you see how that can get confusing? You see how that can make a person be like, oh, what the fuck? I looked at you as my man. With Pooh Shiesty looked at Gucci as his big homie. You understand? A dude that was going to make sure he was straight, regardless. Idolized him in a way. So I come to you saying that, like, I don't like the paperwork, yo. I got a better situation. Let's run with the narrative that he had another, something else going on. I got a better situation, yo. I'm trying to cut ties. And you be like, yo, I ain't cutting ties, yo, but I'm willing to negotiate. But it's like, bro, I don't want to negotiate. I've been rocking with you 5 minutes. We made a lot of money together. Yo, it's time for me to cut ties. I'm coming at you as a friend, though. Because that's the type of relationship that it looked like we had. At least that's what I thought we had based off of the things that we done. And you just be like, nah, yo, this shit business, yo. I ain't letting you out. Yo, that's how you get yourself hurt, man. But if he always made sure it was business, Shiesty would have never carried it that way. Shiesty would have never carried it that way, yo. If he let Gucci know, if Gucci let Shiesty know from the beginning that this is business and it's nothing more, nothing less, he wouldn't have robbed him, yo, because he would have understood it was just business. But what Shiesty did to Gucci, that was personal. That wasn't business. Nothing about that situation screamed business. That shit was all personal. All personal. All personal. And he wasn't even in danger. To be honest. That's why he wasn't scared. I mean, I don't know what he would have done. But what I'm saying, based off of my experience dealing just being in the streets, typically in those type of situations, where you let people know, see, this is the thing, game, you gotta understand, yo. When you lead people wrong, that's when things go left. You understand what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to make. He led him to believe something that wasn't true. Betrayal, yo. Betrayal. Jealousy. Envy. Those type of things, yo, is what make people crash out. I think Pooh Shiesty felt betrayed by Gucci. Did that make sense, game? He felt betrayed. This is a man that I threw my life away for. We watched it. This is a man that when we went out and we did shows, if anybody would have played for y'all, to lay them down. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm saying, bro, I'm trying to go. And you ain't let me go? It's a problem, bro. It's a problem. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said if he would have let him know it was business from the beginning, it wouldn't have went that way. That's why I can say that. If you don't understand, if you don't get it. Because he wouldn't have did that to Leo Cohen. He wouldn't have did it to Leo Cohen. He wouldn't have did it to Scooter Braun. And the reason why is because they don't hang with their artists, man. That's what hurts the black music exec. You hanging with your artists. Stop hanging with your fucking artists, man. Stop going to shows with them. Because at that point, it puts y'all on the same level. Even if you are the boss. It puts y'all on the same level. That's what I'm saying. That's why I could say, if he'd have let him know that it was business from the beginning, that shit wouldn't have went that way. I don't think he was ungrateful. I think he was upset. I think he felt betrayed, yo. Now, whether or not he was betrayed, really, who the fuck knows? But I think that's how he felt, yo. I think he reacted off emotion. But emotions get put into play when you lead me to believe something that isn't true, yo. That's why look at yo, the same situation is happening with fucking Easy. Finesse 2 times. Y'all don't think that's strange? For some reason, the black music exec is having so much trouble with the artists when things don't go how they was told it was supposed to go. It's not just because they black. It's because y'all manipulating us, man. That's what's going on. Well, it ain't like this the first time we saying this. Exactly. Let me know it's business. From the get-go. It's no different than when a man is dealing with a woman, yo. Ain't no different. When a man dealing with a woman, he got multiple girls thinking that we in a fucking relationship, but we really ain't. I'm just fucking. And then she find out that, yo, you been lying this whole fucking time. Now, you getting stalked. Your windows getting knocked out. Your tires get, it's the same concept. No different. It's the same concept. It's about being misled, man, from the beginning. Let me know what it is, y'all. Don't sell me this family shit. Because if this is family, as my family member, if I say, bro, I want out, fuck that contract. That's how you supposed to carry it. If to carry. Man, fuck that contract, man. Because the love I got for you is bigger than the contract. The love I got for you is bigger than the contract, man. That's why they say you don't miss business with friendship. That's why you don't front family members. Because, yo, that is a slippery slope. You understand what I'm saying? It's a thin line, yo. And a friendship, a business relationship with a friend can ruin the relationship. That's the point I'm trying to make. Gucci, because Gucci was the elder. Gucci was the big homie. Gucci's supposed to have known that. And I think they do know this. Gucci was the big homie, yo. So it's on you to make sure everything is clear. Jay-Z ain't never had these issues. And he done fucked artists over. It's a reason why certain people was having these issues with their fucking artists, yo. It's the reason why others ain't. It's the reason why others ain't. And it's just based off of how they moving with the artists. Man, speak to you, man. Shout out to McCullough Hoes, man. Straight up. That's what I mean, yo. So I'm not. Am I speculating? Yeah, but I'm not. It's a basis for what I'm saying. A strong basis. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is rooted in something. It's grounded. It ain't just out the blue. Same concept, yo. If we rocking, we rocking. If we not, we not. If it's business, just let me know what's business. Don't ever let me believe. Don't ever make me believe that we fucking friends. Ever. It's just business. All the way down the board. We should never, I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Alrighty. And see through the whole YBS, man. But yeah, though, yo. Like, that's really what it is, yo. That's why shit go left with people, man. People don't know how to understand, know how to separate the two, yo. You cannot do business. That's why, like, when you dealing with, like, when I was selling weed, sometimes I might end up fucking with one of the girls I've sold weed to. Now I can't selling weed no more because now they want everything free. You feel me? Now when I tell them I can't, when they short $3, and I say, man, I can't take it. Now it's a whole nother issue. Now I'm a bitch ass nigga. But before, when it was just business, they'd have never said that. It's no different, yo. It's no different. You know what I mean? Now I'm a bitch ass nigga. I'm a broke ass nigga. I can't let you slide for $5 because I fucked you now. But when I ain't touch you, yeah, if I couldn't let you slide for $5, it is what it is. Now you might have still said that, but never said it to my face. Yo, people only try people that know for the most part, yo. That's why you know the saying, they say most people get killed by people that they know, acquaintances. That's one of the mistakes that a lot of people make, like when you moving into a new neighborhood. Motherfuckers get too friendly. You know what I mean? For one, you should keep niggas at a distance, yo, because once niggas get to know you, that's when they start trying you, man. That's how that shit go. They got too close. That's why he felt like he can try him. That's why he felt like he could try him. All right, well, let's get to Ralo. So, I think Atlanta rappers owe Ralo an apology, and I'm standing on it, because this double standard when it comes to Gucci, yo, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, for real. I don't like it. I don't like the double standard. So this started the whole Ralo shit.
Hold on, let me stop you right there. It ain't an accusation. It's in black and white, bro. I'm reading your lawyer pleading on your behalf, trying to get this record sealed because of this information that you gave. You saying that you never said that you didn't do it, but you had me believing for 5 years that you kept it solid, dog. And in the paperwork, it said that in 2 months. Y'all got locked up in April. In June 6th, you gave a profit and you gave up information. You gave them folk the code to your phone and let them review it in your presence. That's what the paperwork say. I ain't opposed to that. No, the document that you see is from a prosecution misconduct. But okay, but so if you saying that you gave them just the phone information because you knew nothing was in the phone, what about this shit on page 12, line 12 to 13, where it say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine, he knows about shootings, and the marijuana, where it say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine, he knows about shootings, and the marijuana. That's what the transcript say.
I'm not opposition to that. Listen, when you go in there, they ask you other questions. I made my presentation. They started asking other questions.
You know the code though. I'm saying you know the code. You ain't supposed to have no meeting with them folks in the first place.
Yo, but the rules is the rules, yo. Under no circumstances, yo. It don't matter if you was a victim of a crime or not, yo. I done got robbed twice, bro. Ain't nobody never get booked. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. It's either you gonna retaliate or you gonna let that shit slide, bro. But under no circumstances you be going to the police. Not when you a Gucci man who made a whole 25-year career rapping robbery. Like this nigga, how ironic that is, man. This nigga Gucci came in the game as a robber, got robbed, and told on the nigga, man. He told on the nigga, bro. Like, yo, I can't believe people is giving yo a pass for that. He came in the game as a robber. You know how many robbers was riding around listening to Gucci Mane before they robbed somebody? Pretty sure a bundle. You heard me? I'm pretty sure it was a lot. I'm sure it was. When niggas put that mask on and niggas went out and hunt, man, play that Gucci Mane, yo. I'm trying to tell you how niggas think, man. Man, put that Gucci on. We robbing all night. That man can't tell on nobody, yo. For real. Yeah, that man can't do that, yo. No, hell no, not him. Gucci was the original Crash Out. Gucci is the one that sold Crash Out. He was probably the first rapper that sold Crashing Out to the world. Man, he could have said anything, yo. He could have just not said nothing. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they was going to go to jail anyway because everybody else was telling. You know what I mean? Everybody else was telling, yo, Gucci could have said, no, I ain't participating in that shit, man. He could have said it was a skit like Boosie said. But, hey, man. It was just a misunderstanding. You feel me? Right, he says like a crackhead calling the cops at the bad drug deal. Yeah, man, like, oh, come on, man. Gucci was dead wrong. And I don't know why everybody giving them passes, though, yo. Like, that shit is crazy. Everybody giving them passes. Not everybody, but Atlanta specifically. The influencers, the rappers. Like I said, we're not going to see no more Atlanta rappers interviewed for the next 7 years. As long as this is the topic, you will not see a Young Thug interview. You ain't gonna see a Lil Baby interview. You ain't gonna see a Future interview. You ain't gonna see a T.I. interview. I'm telling you, yo, they don't want to talk about it, which is crazy. Especially for somebody like Lil Baby. He should have been the first nigga coming out calling Gucci a rat. Oh, no, I'm not surprised. No, hell no, I ain't surprised. This ain't about me being surprised. I know niggas tell. You know what I mean? Some of the most gangster niggas. Yo, I told y'all a lot of times, that's a characteristic of a rat. Them two tough niggas be telling, man. Like I told y'all before, I don't even be around loud mouths. Like, if you too loud, I can't fuck with you, yo, because I don't trust you. You might be loud in that interrogation room, too. I stay the fuck away from them loud niggas. Niggas that's always got something to prove. Nah, he ain't keep it in those streets, bro. He told, bro. It's not 30 for 30 did what he was asked to do. Y'all recorded. In that video, if it came down to Gucci trying to deny, if Gucci was trying to deny the contract signing, that video was proof. And by the time a lawyer or the courts would have seen that video, wouldn't have been no gun shown. Because I see a lot of people running with that. You know, you can crap things out. Like, that part would have been crapped out completely. I don't even think that's the whole video either. Because that don't show Gucci signing the contract. So the feds played the dirty game. Cause I've been telling y'all how the feds move. We watched it in Diddy case. Diddy case was the most obvious example that we seen. Feds playing social media. They playing social media. They got their own agents on this bitch. You know what I mean? Hernandez Govan was one. That's why they locked this dumbass up. Make sure he stay compromised. He probably tried to he probably started getting too cocky. They had to remind him, bitch, you work for us. Lock your dumbass up. But the feds play the dirty game, yo, because they're trying to win public perception. Once you win public perception, once you win in the court of public opinion, the case is over. That's why it's so egregious with all this misinformation going on about dirt, because that's the game. That's the same game they ran on black people. You know, we gonna kill their image. Remember I told y'all this? I've been telling y'all this for so long now, even before we correlated it to rap. You know what I mean? We kill them in public opinion. We ruin their image. So now, when you got a 14-year-old Cyrus Belton who didn't steal nothing, he just happened to have a gun on him and got chased, now it's a justified murder. You know, because he fucked around with it, used it. It ain't too far-fetched for a 14-year-old black kid to point a gun at somebody. You understand? That's the game, yo. That's why we got to fight against stereotypes. And the feds is playing that game real well. We kill a black man's image. They're doing it to the women now. We kill a black man's image. We kill him all. We destroy him completely. Same game they doing to black women now, killing their image. I don't know what's the next phase for them, but that was the game plan for us. Make them look like drug dealers, robbers, killers. Meanwhile, that's a small percentage of us. And for the most part, that's once we get older, we don't even be on that shit no more, for real. It's really just a young percentage of us, to be completely honest. I mean, once you get up there to the 30s, that whatever percentage that is, that shit probably drop by half. You know, because a lot of niggas be dead in jail and the other niggas ain't even doing that shit no more. But the world don't know that. The world don't see us as that because that's not the image that's being painted. That's why we get mistreated in courts all across America and we can't never get a self-defense claim. You understand? The image is tarnished. Hitler did it to the Jews. That's where they learned it from. Hitler did it to them, they did it to us. It's a dirty game. Yeah, for real. It's a dirty game, man.
I mean, I was presented a situation that I think only reason why you know about this is because of the prosecution.
Straight up.
All these rappers pay that money to get out of jail.
But we ain't these rap niggas though. That what I
got caught with this shit on the plane. Say, what the fuck you thought I was gonna do?
take your lick.
We had
Like, shit, it's just a weed. Okay. Listen, remember when, before you got locked up, I used to always tell you, hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. Hey,
I agree with you, Shay.
and you used to tell me, it's just some weed. So if it's just some weed, why you ain't just go in there and chin up?
Guess what?
Man, this shit say, this what Brian still say. He said, if it
So
comes
look, right?
out.
So do people understand Ralo? So Ralo tried to play a game on the feds. If I was his cell buddy, I'd say, yo, that was a dumbass decision. Like, I don't know. You know, Ralo, for one, you gotta realize Ralo got like a second grade education, yo. So the education isn't there. You feel me? So he's really not good at critical thinking. So for some reason, he thought it was a bright idea to pay one of his homeboys to take the case, right? Mind you, that shit was never gonna work. So Ralo contacted his lawyer, Brian Steele. set up this meeting, set up a proffer with the federal government where he pulls a tool on one of his homeboys, right? He gets to the proffer. The federal Brad still couldn't make it though, so he sent Ash Joshua, right? He gets to the proffer. The feds don't want to hear none of that shit. They want to hear about murders, dope, coke. They don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking weed. So now Ralo was stuck. So in the process, so they took the information. They took the information, investigated, found out none of it was true, right? So Ralo has a second proffer meeting with the feds. Like he acted like he only had one meeting. It was a few of them though. Now in this meeting, they make it clear to him that yo, the information you gave us didn't check out. So now Ralo, still thirsty for a deal, decides to give them people his phone. And this is the part that he leaves out when he tells the story. So one of his other guys, I think he mentioned him, I think his last name Harp. One of the other guys also proffered. And his proffer, he told everything. You understand what I'm saying? So when they get Ralo's phone, they extract the information out the phone, find out that the lawyer who Ralo used, Ash Joshua, owned a weed farm. And Ralo and them was actually getting the weed from Manu Jones, which is Ash Joshua buddy. So now we got a conflict. That's why he tried to accuse the prosecution of misconduct. So now we have a conflict of interest because this lawyer that you got representing you could possibly be your plug. You understand what I'm saying? So they found out through Ralo's phone that Manu Jones was the plug. Ash Joshua is Manu Jones' business partner. Now Manu Jones is dead. That's why Ralo gets away with saying ain't nobody in jail. Manu Jones got booked behind this. Ash Joshua got fired behind this. You understand? Ash Joshua can't practice law no more because he was selling drugs. You understand what I'm saying? He had a legal weed business, got to fucking with Ralo. So when they go through this phone, they found a message that say pay Ash Joshua $30,000. That message, they used that message to tie Ash Joshua into this marijuana business. But Ralo couldn't get a deal because of the conflict. You understand what I'm saying? So he did all of this trying to secure a deal, lied to the feds at first, gave up his phone. They take the phone, investigate, lock up Manu Jones, find out Ash Josh is a part of the weed business. He gets disbarred. Ralo gets no deal. So now his last effort is, prosecution misconduct. So what Brian Steele did at their hearing is accuse the federal government of already knowing about Ash Josh and Manu Jones. But he couldn't prove it. So they lost the motion to get the prosecution removed off the case. So he tells this story about him not snitching or him telling on his homeboy, but he never mentions the part about the phone. The phone is what makes Ralo a rat. You understand what I'm saying? And he should have never sat down with them people anyway, like my man Gitdo said. And I had conversations with Gitdo when all this shit went on. But whenever he talks about this, he never mentions the phone, ever. He never mentions giving up the phone and the information that was retrieved from that phone. And he does it intentionally because he knows the truth. But I still don't like the fact that he's getting treated differently than Gucci. Yeah, and that's why he get away with it, Petey. He gets away with it because Manu Jones is dead. Get away with it. So he can say, who locked up? I ain't got nobody locked up and can't nobody respond. And I don't think Manny Jones would have responded anyway because Manny Jones isn't a street dude. Like these guys that got in trouble, they weren't street guys. Manny Jones was a businessman. I did a whole video on it. Manny Jones was a club promoter. Boxing, not club. He was a boxer promoter that was dabbling in the weed business. And fucking with Ralo, his ass got booked. Fucking with Ralo, dumbass. So now he's on the interview line. God damn, y'all. I don't even like fireworks. I'm ready to go in the house. Still lying. And say Cheese strategically never asked him about the phone. And everybody know the phone is the real issue.
Oh man, hey, here we go, man. We got the man of the hour, bro. I mean, you're all over the blogs. You're mentioned in every interview right now. Pretty much, I mean,
I'm ready to take my ass in the house.
confirming that a lot of your stories are true. I mean, a lot of what you said in my interview is true. It wasn't too much disrespect. I mean, it may be some things that you disagree with, but your name is definitely ringing right now. I mean, have you been seeing, you know,
I think you can't
the
help but to
Donkey
see
Wild
it.
interviews and
I
stuff like
follow
that?
you. I follow you, so
What the fuck
I
happened
can't
to Sean
help but to
Cotton?
see it. You smell me? It's everywhere. I mean,
What happened to Sean Cotton audio quality? Audio quality is horrible.
I think whenever, like if I mention some of my homies' names, like anytime I mention Wham, anytime I mention Thug or anything, that shit just go up. You smell me? And I think when you mention certain niggas' names, you know, it get a certain amount of views and a certain type of viewers.
Right. Well, 2 weeks ago, he popped up at my office, and me and him, we've been having conversation for a minute. But for some reason, we could never do an interview. We did the interview. I know you probably seen bits and pieces of it. What percentage of what you seen was accurate?
I mean, I think all of us from the hood, whether you from Birmingham, whether you from Atlanta, whether you from Texas, all of us got some kind of family member in our family that suffers from crack addictions and stuff like that. So like, you know, there's a lot of my aunties and uncles and shit that did crack. I served them. You smell me? I hope God forgive me for that. But, you know, a lot of our people suffer from crack addiction and different mental illnesses. And, you know, I hate to even see a person that I call my brother, that's my little brother. I love him to death. And I hate to see him even coming on now, not even fully prepared. You get what I'm saying? Like, his mouth dry. It reminds me of, I guess it's New Jack City, and I guess I'm Nino and he Pookie. Shall I say, and I hate that, I just hate to see him like that. I love him.
Well, I want to cut the chase for a minute because he's telling me, he's telling the world
I think he's doing a lot of talent.
He helped you build your empire. How true is that?
It was a nigga, I ain't gonna say no names like he said, of course, but it was a dude that borrowed some money from me in Atlanta, right? And I had bought a Lamborghini that year. It was an SV. That was around the time that, you know, me and Black Youngster was having words online or whatnot. And he had got, you know, I guess Gotta had gave him a lounge. You know, everybody know Gotta from the lounge. Like, he was one of the first dope boys that popped up with lounge. So I went about me a lounge, but I knew that the nigga Black Youngster ain't had the one with the roaster. He ain't had the top. So I said, shit, if I go get me a lamb, I'm gonna go get the one with the top go back on that bitch. I had not known it cost an extra $100,000 just to drop the top on that bitch. But anyway, I had just bought a roaster that year. I had just signed with the nigga Gucci. I had just signed with Gucci. So I took some of my advance, I took some of my little street money, some money I made from Empire and shit. I put it all together. I bought me a little lamb. I was happy. I was the first nigga in the city with it. And a nigga owed me some money. I called. I'm like, hey man, what happened?
How much money? How much money were you owed?
A nigga owed me $50,000. I let a nigga borrow $50,000. So he say, man, I'm in Cali. I can't get nothing back to you, but this all I got. He FaceTime me. He had what he had. I had done seen Dunk. He was busting the moves. He had owed a lot of people. It was a girl. She pulled up in a push. I ain't gonna say her name or nothing like that. But she would come into the apartment like, buddy owed me. So I was like, then my little brother, I'm gonna spray the debt. But then what I want you to do, little bro, it's a nigga owe me in Cali. I want you to do the little shit that you be doing, but bring my money back that this nigga owed me. I had plenty of niggas in the city that buy 50 pounds from me. I had not really dealt with weed. I was only on the dog food. You smell me? I was only selling dog food at that time. And when he brought it back, the shit wasn't no good like that. It was only 40 that was good, and it was another 10 that was right. You smell me? So when I give it to my little niggas and shit, like, hey, get out there for me. I just want my $50,000 back. I had to make a deal with them. They like, Ralo, we get all this shit, you gotta get us some more good shit. So I'm like, shit. I called the nigga like, can you get me a lot of the good ones? Like, cause I had 10 good ones. And he was like, yeah, but they're gonna be such a surprise. So I was like, these little nigga got all these bad for me. So goddamn, I need you to give me some pressure so I can strain my face. Cause my face kind of fucked up. I'm known for having quality shit. I said, don't you gonna have to go on another run, motherfucker. He like, hey, this time, man, just go ahead and start fooling me with him. So I'm like, shit, I ordered 300 on them up. I sent him with the money. The money, I was sending him with money. He wasn't lying about that. But every week, we didn't sell out. You know what I'm saying? Every week, wasn't a good week. One week, we might make $1 million. A couple weeks later, we might make another $1 million, but every week it was never $1 million a week. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's certain things. I think, in the Quran it tells us, whenever a person get a truth, they put 1,000 lies to one truth. You smell me? So like, he just added a lot of extra shit because one, he never introduced me to a plug in my life. It was a nigga in Cali, he was trying to get me to talk to, and the nigga telling me he got these motherfucking bricks for $18,000. I'm like, this nigga the police. At the time in Atlanta, the bricks was $28,000. So you telling me the nigga got it for 10 ball lesser than what I'm getting it for? And mind you, at this time, I'm buying 10 of them motherfuckers. I'm buying me 10 boy, and I'm buying me 10 girl. 10 bricks of heroin and 10 bricks of girl at this time. And this, I already done did my time for this over 5 years, so the statute of limitation is over with. This ain't no time. I did my time for it. I paid my debt to the society. So what I'm saying is, I already would give me 10 of them for 25. If I buy 10, I get them for $250,000 a piece. I get it for $250,000. If I buy 10 of the boy, I get them for $70,000 a piece. You get what I'm saying? They when the numbers high. That when the boy was $90,000 at that time. So in all, I might spend $900 to $950 on my re-up with my people. You smell me? But I was making like $3 million. You get what I'm saying? I got rich off graham traps. You get what I'm saying? So it was never a time that I can't even say I made $30,000 a week. You smell me? Because
this ain't that shit, right?
This real life. Like,
Nico.
Niggas busted, niggas going to jail.
Nigga be doing dumb
we
shit.
at war in these motherfucking streets. Shit that the internet never found out about. You know what I'm saying? Shit that say cheese will never post. The Pakistan was getting shot up every motherfucking week. Sometimes we'll be out there for a whole week straight, the motherfucker getting hit up. You smell me? So like, it was never a time.
Ralo shows signs of a rat. Like, I be trying to explain y'all how you can spot these guys before they tell on you. He's way too cocky, braggadocious. A lot of them guys be rats, man. Look, then you find out this information. What I tell y'all about rats? The same dude that'll tell on you.
At S&T Bank, we're here for the moments that turn into more.
The same dude that'll tell on you will be the same dude trying to sneak your baby mother behind your back. And look what we found out in this video. Look what we found out in this video.
Whoa. So that's true that you really slept with his girl.
I think that if I say that, I think that ain't P.
It's a yes or no question, bro.
Let's just say hypothetically speaking, if I did his wife, it was only because I was hurt.
Oh shit.
It was only because I was hurt. I know the old plies. I'm a fucking old lady. I was hurt. And I know these niggas don't care nothing about no money. These niggas.
The same dude that'll tell on you will be the same dude trying to talk to your baby mother, talk to your girl. If Dunky Wild would have knew this information, he wouldn't even been in this situation with Ralo. You know what I mean? He wouldn't even have been in this situation. I'm telling you, yo. I have done, I think, extensive research on rats. You feel me? It's extensive observations, man. And a lot of these guys got the same traits. I'm telling you. That's why it's not about the streets. It's the character of the person that makes the rat, man. Loudmouth, braggadocious. A lot of robbers will tell on you. The guys that's overly tough, they'll snitch on you. That's why there's so many rats in the streets. Because there's so many different characteristics, you know, that combines to make the rat. And if you know them, just stay clear of these niggas. My problem is I didn't know him till afterwards. You know, I was already told on when I figured it out.
The thing they care about more than clout and fame and money and shit is their girlfriend. That one girl that you know your backbone, that got your back, that gonna handle the business.
Yeah, that's dirty
and
as shit, y'all.
This lady right here, she is a very qualified soldier in the streets. Now he ain't lie about that.
That's dirty.
He ain't lie about that. She's a qualified good person. Like, I think that I wasn't the only person he hurt. I think he also hurt her as well. You smell me? And hurt people. And I think that, like, whenever you really, let's just say you want to kill a nigga, but you really can't kill him. You can't kill him. So, you know, sometimes you gotta kill him in other ways.
Then you cut him off, bro. You don't go fuck this girl, bro. Like, what type of logic is that? Move, Nico. Ralo gonna get somebody killed, man. So what if he turned around and killed your dumb ass? Like, yo, move. Like, what kind of logic is that, though, yo? If you, yo, I had a homeboy, right? And I thought he stole $1,000 from me. Yeah, I was so fucking pissed off about that shit. Like, I wonder, yo, it's like, and it's crazy because I found out he didn't actually steal it. Which was, I'm glad I didn't do what my mind wanted me to do. You feel me? Or was trying to convince me to do. But I thought he stole $1,000 from me, yo, and I was contemplating, like, oh, should I do something? Like, yo, I should really hurt you for this. You feel me? Ultimately, I didn't. Ultimately, I ended up hitting him with a bottle or some shit like that. Like, but I ain't kill him. You feel me? And I said that to say, I was hurt about that situation. You feel me? And you don't take it to the extreme if you got love for the person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Dunky Wild is a person that Ralo supposed to have love for. You supposed to have love for that man. Yo, you took that shit to the fucking extreme, bro. Before you take it to the extreme, you just cut them off. Wipe your hands with them. I'm done. You feel me? What Ralo logic is, if I can't kill him, I'ma hurt him in another way. That can almost be comparable to ultimately killing him. Nah, yo, fuck no. You don't do that, bro. You don't do that. That's crazy, Ralo. That's wild. Cause suppose you did that to him, then he turned around and killed you. You feel me? Suppose you did that to him, fucked his wife or his girl, and then he turned around and blew your dumb ass. Like, yo, that's crazy, man. Ralo, wild ass nigga. Yeah, he wrote a prophet. Yeah, he wrote. I just explained what he did. Yo, Ralo tried to be slick, yo. For some reason, he thought he can trick the feds, and he tricked this dumbass. He gave them information and didn't get nothing out of it. So he tried to accuse the prosecution of misconduct, and it didn't work. Because he had to prove misconduct. He couldn't prove it. Couldn't prove it.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta kill him. Get what? If I did, and the world can assume whatever they want to assume, if I did, he won't ever be able to take that from me. So, you know, sometimes it's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And I
guess Honeycomb Brazy broke the news to him.
You think that was P? You think that was P that Honeycomb did that, if he did that? Because I seen he kind of admitted he did that. But do you think that's P?
I mean, if somebody's your homeboy's girl, like your close homie, would you tell him if you knew?
If somebody was fucking my close homeboy girl,
and you knew it, but that's your guy,
I don't know,
probably tell him.
You don't think that's a form of snitching?
It is, but you don't want your homeboy walking around looking dumb too, and you know.
I mean, the relationship that Honeycomb Brazy...
What's you and Honeycomb's relationship?
Cause the way Honeycomb was coming at me about this shit, like he ain't fucking with Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came to Mobile, Alabama while Honeycomb was in jail for a free Honeycomb Brazy motherfucking concert. Like, I was like Team Honeycomb. I ain't know this nigga from a can of paint. Never seen this in my life. But due to the fact my little brother, Dookie Wild, is telling me, hey, I want you to come do that for Buddy. This my man's. I came all the way down there to support home. You smell me? So, like, you know, and Brazy been knew my feelings about.
And from what I hear, Ralo does this to a lot of his homeboys. I think I heard Dookie Wild say that in another interview. He does this to a lot of his homeboys, man. Go after their girls and shit. They should have been knew that boy wasn't right.
I'm really emotional. You smell me? So I'm like, he hurt me. But I don't keep going. Like this man got on this camera and told you that I got a 5K1. You probably don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't.
But I know what the fuck it is. It was never a time in history nobody accused me of having a 5K1 in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't like going back and forth on this paperwork shit. I mean, I got my paperwork right here. In my chapter, they can go look it up themselves. I went to the courthouse.
Now he did that video because of me, y'all.
Printed out in front of the whole fucking courthouse on camera. So it's
that
all.
That whole my chapter video was a motherfucking response to me. He had never said it, but I know it was.
All vlogged or whatnot. But what I'm saying is, it's never been a time in my sentencing transcripts where I had a 5K1. So what I'm saying is, the nigga is lying on me. So I don't really know how to take that. Like, no matter how much I love a nigga, it be like, you gonna lie on me? That's the only portion that's killing me. Do he can't know, he know the truth.
Yeah, see, that's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying? Or is he believing in his own lies? That's the scary part about it. You smell me? So like, nigga, you know I ain't never had a 5K1 in my motherfucking life. But, and I ain't even on no shit like
So he didn't
Okay,
get.
Duke Wild told on me.
See, this the thing,
You
y'all.
smell me?
But he was trying to. Like you was trying, bro, hard. Yo, y'all know it took them 4 years to get sentenced. The case was getting held up because Ralo was holding the case up trying to get a fucking deal. You try hard as a bitch to get a 5K1, my nigga. Down with departure or something, nigga. Don't act like you ain't tried. You feel me? Yo, they took them 4 years to get sentenced, y'all. 4 fucking years. Oh, it's the same shit.
I didn't even know that. I accept accountability for what the fuck I did in the streets. I wanted
And the
to
reason
sell
why
dope.
it took him that long, because Ralo kept playing. He kept playing. He kept going in front of people's face playing. Trying to give him false information and shit. Like that shit was going to work.
I wanted to be a drug dealer. We got caught. You smell me? I had little niggas that gonna take charges for me. And I have said several times on this camera, and the little nigga have said several times on the camera, and it's on the dash camera, on like the real police dash camera, that he said that the weed was his. And damn right, I told the police that it was his too in the profit. I had every right to do that. We knew on every flight, if this flight land and some shit fucked up, Christian Hart gonna take the charge. If he can't take it, his brother J Rock gonna take the charge.
But Christian Hart told too. He told too. He profit too. Both y'all niggas profit, bro. You know that. Hey, yo, it's amazing y'all how they get up. And I can show y'all in the video I did. Y'all both profit. They both profit. Hold on. They both fucking profit. Yo, hey, I need 6 more subscribers, yo, so we can get to 28,100. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me show y'all. Ralo snitched. Here's proof. Still getting views?
Well, we love you, boy.
It'll trick the Fed. Let me show y'all. Alright, look. What's that dude name? Was Christian Hart, right? Oh, fuck. God damn it. And why is he so? I found out who managed John Allen Seal. You know, this is on pacer. This is a lot of information. Basically, his whole court date, his whole trial, everything about it. Now, what you notice, so what you're going to notice in this document is a lot of documents and a lot of these hearings are sealed. But I want y'all to pay attention to a few things on this document. Notice of hearing as to Terrell Davis and Manu Jones on September 20th, 2018. Hearing set for 10/15/2018 at 10 a.m. before Magistrate Judge John Allen Baveman on 379 sealed motion. This is another motion that they're trying to get sealed. The defendant and counsel for defendant Terrell Davis and Manu Jones must be present for this hearing. But let me show y'all how I found out who Manu Jones was and where the fuck is that shit at? Joe Davis, Manu Jones. How I found out Manu Jones actually did get arrested. You know, even though we just heard it, but people act like they didn't hear that. Look at that. You're gonna see a lot of these dates are sealed. October 17th, sealed. October 8th, or 17th. Shit, I need to slow it down. Because I don't want to miss it. All that's sealed. Oh, that's just sealed. Told doc sealed. So I got the sealed paperwork. Everything's sealed. Killer Pots. Joe Davis. There go Christian Hart right here. I'm gonna show you how I found out who Manu Jones was. October 19th, 2018. Order granting 382 motion to modify conditions of release as to Manu Jones. Now we found out Manu Jones was locked up in July. Mr. Jones' condition of release are hereby modified to substitute the requirement of a... No, Manu Jones wasn't dead. Manu Jones, so Ralo and them got locked up in like March. Manu Jones didn't get booked till July. And then remember, if you go back to what Tom said, he said within 2 months, he would, like, everything lines up. He said within 2 months he was setting up meetings with them people. You hear in the video that Brian still said Manu Jones got booked after the extraction of the phone. Curfew in lieu of home detention. Mr. Jones shall be restricted to his residence every day as directed by the pretrial services officers or supervising officer. John Allen. These hearings are... And this paperwork right here is United States versus Davis. District Court of Georgia. You know, this is on paper. This is a lot of information. Basically his whole court date. Whole court docket. No assistant here. So look, you notice it's only him and Manu Jones going to court. Manu Jones got booked in September. Ralo and them got booked. I think in June or July, some shit. Let me see. When did Ralo get indicted by the feds?
Ralo, the Atlanta rapper, didn't get indicted by a podcast. He actually discussed the legal case rumors and fan theories on the big...
What year did Ralo get indicted by the feds?
Indicted by federal authorities in 2018. He was arrested in April that year after agents found nearly $1 million worth of marijuana on a private jet.
So look, so he got arrested in April. Manu Jones ain't get booked until motherfucking... Why is Manu Jones getting booked in fucking September, man? Ralo. How the fuck did Manu Jones get booked in September? Manu Jones wasn't on the original indictment. Look. Hold on.
Ralo, along with 8 other associates, was arrested in April 2018. This arrest came after a federal investigation into a large marijuana trafficking operation.
Look,